Listen, episode 26, and I know I've been saying this every day. This show has been stressed to the core, but episode 26 really made everything hit the fan. So we're gonna get into the stupid game. That's my dog. So I guess he's gonna be part of this review because I'm not gonna move him. So anyway, we'll get into the stupid game a little later. So first we're gonna start with it is absolutely irritating to me how everyone keeps saying Huda did something wrong, or rather that she did too much. Like everybody's saying this in the house, and I'm just like, it's a damn challenge. What don't they understand? It's a challenge. Is she supposed to just not do nothing? Like it's irking my nerves. So then everybody's waking up, breakfast time. Can I just say, I am so jealous now. In the beginning, I didn't really notice it much, but now I'm like, damn, they get breakfast every day. Somebody's cooking them breakfast every day, and it's a hearty ass meal because some of them plates be filled with pancakes, waffles, eggs, bacon, fruit. Like, can somebody make me some damn breakfast? Shit. I ain't been in a relationship in a long time, so I don't even know what that feels like. But anyway, Amaya pulls Zach to have a chat. Rightfully so. She felt like, he needed his space yesterday, that he didn't really talk to her, and she tried to give him his space, but it's starting to make her feel like, are you really in it or are you not? And, she starts crying and everything. I feel so bad for Amaya because, since the beginning, she just wanted to find that connection, and she's trying to find her pace with every new guy. And it seemed like with Zach, it seemed like she was at a comfortable pace. And I don't know, Zach doesn't really seem into her as much, it seems. So he needs to just be clear with her that maybe he's just not really into her, because she is someone who, when she gets in something and she's feeling that person, she's in it to really see where it's going to go. And speaking of where it's going to go, I don't understand what is the confusion with Alandria and Taylor. Alandria's still talking about Taylor. She was talking to Zach with a K and Ciara and saying how, oh my God, I'm so stressed with Alandria. Like, girl, he don't want you. He's already made it clear. I'm just not understanding. Is production not showing us everything? Like, is Taylor telling her stuff on the side that we don't know about? Because from what we're seeing, from what I'm seeing, Taylor's all over Clark. Taylor's not pulling really Alandria for chats. And when it is, he's not like cuddling and holding her hands and shit and giving her hope, false aspirations. So that's what I'm saying. Is it on the cutting room floor, or is Alandria just slow? Like, girl, get it together. Then we get to this stupid ass game, the stand on business game. So basically, you're gonna get postcards and you're gonna, say what you gotta say about each Islander, and you can either sign your name or not sign your name, keep it a mystery. Which, as Huda said, stupid. If you got something to say it on my face. Stand on business. Writing it on a freaking postcard and not putting your name is not standing on business. But whatever. It's a show. We got to do the games. So it is what it is. So then we see some of them writing the things. And here goes Shelly right into Huda. Like, girl, I just don't understand. Why haven't you pulled Huda for a chat? Like, if you got something to say and so much to say on this postcard, why didn't you pull her for a chat? Why are you writing on a card so that it can be presented in front of everybody and you hash out your stuff in front of everybody? That is childish and immature, in my opinion. But listen, whatever. Shelly has been getting on my nerves the last couple of episodes, and I'm ready for her to go home. I'm tired of it. Like, you just playing games now. You're playing with Ace. You're playing with Huda. Goodbye. And you know what? You can't tell me that production is not maybe putting or telling some of the Islanders what to say, what to put on the cards, because Adriana writing on a card to Austin about him not giving girls chances, and if he's here just to, like, what are you even talking about? Austin was with multiple girls. He's given girls chances. He might not have liked all of them, but he's been in the game. So I don't know what you're talking about, Adriana. And Adriana don't care about that shit. That's a lie. I don't think she even gives two shits about what Austin is doing. So I feel like maybe production told her to write something like that. And so then Pepe goes up there, and I forgot what was said about Hannah, and he asked the girls or some, I don't know, the girls were saying why they chose to send Hannah home, and he clearly was not feeling what they had to say. None of them. He felt it was bullshit. You could tell. I do think it's interesting that he's still even thinking about Hannah while he's supposedly in this thing with Grayson. But as he said, he's not even really that into her. So at least now we know what it is. Um, and I kind of think that's admirable that he's still thinking about Hannah in some ways, because that means they might have really had a real connection, and maybe he will connect with Hannah when he gets out of the villa. I don't know. I know Hannah's probably watching right now, like, oh shit, I got my man still. And then so Amaya goes up there to read her postcards, and basically Austin wrote that she cries too much about stuff and she's too invested, and unfortunately Amaya starts to cry. I felt so bad for her because she can't help it. If Amaya is that sort of empath or that sort of emotionally in tune with her emotions, maybe she just whatever. Who cares? If she want to cry all the goddamn time, that's her. Let her cry. It don't matter. Then Ace chimes in with the whole, yeah, you go too fast with the baby and the baby this and the baby. She wasn't even calling you baby. We already discussed this. She was not saying baby like you were her boo, her lover, her. She calls everybody boo. Like what the fuck? I never understood that. I still don't understand it. I can't believe that he even still brought it up. But I like how Brian stood up for her, and he was like, in Latin households, baby, amor, whatever. That's just what we say. That's what we call people. So I like that he did that. And I also like that she basically stood up for herself and was like, well, whatever. Some people are not going to be able to handle it, and that's just how I am. Oh, and then Zach with a K got the nerve to be like, yeah, well, you were making me feel like I had to take a step back. And she was like, shut the don't even talk to me. Exactly, Amaya. You need to cut the shit off with Zach already. Just screw you, Zach, because that was so disrespectful of you to do that in front of everybody. You could have pulled her for chats and just said what you felt like. A lot of these things, they could have pulled them for chats. Some of them I could understand, but a lot of them, they could have pulled these people for chats and kept it real. So then Ace goes up there, and I already knew shit was about to hit the fan. So apparently, he gets a thing saying how something about, oh, you're like the ringleader, and Nick and Taylor, they do everything you say, whatever. And what's his name, racist? And Austin said, he wrote it, and he was more so talking about the Jeremiah situation and how Jeremiah got sent home. Ace went off. Ace went off. And I will say, Austin was right. He was right. But Ace be manipulating people too. He know how to play the game. He spun that shit right around like a boomerang right back at Austin and made it about him not being able to speak his mind and speak how he feels. Like you completely forget what initiated this little argument, which was Austin talking about Ace. Ace brought it to him and switched the subject basically. So kudos to you. That's playing the game. I mean, yeah, it's a little annoying, but whatever. So then Amaya jumps in and she's like, yeah, you never told me how you really felt and da 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 da, and they all yelling and shit. And then Shelly goes up there. Oh my God, Shelly. They talk about the whole Huda thing. She says that Huda wasn't respectful because when Jeremiah and her were together, Shelly kept it respectful, and Huda da 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 da. And Huda's like, I like how Huda took accountability, and she said, look, I overstepped my boundaries. I apologize. And she's like, our friendship means more to me than any challenge. So if you felt whatever way, I apologize. I take accountability for it. And Shelly just was quiet. She couldn't even say nothing. And she still wasn't understanding where Ace was coming from. I'm over it. Like I said already in the beginning of the video, Shelly could just go home. I'm sick of her. I'm sick of her shit. Go home. And I love Shelly, but go home. And then Huda goes up. Oh, I felt so bad for her because it seemed like everybody was talking crap about her. First, it starts with, I forget what was the first thing, but basically Nick wrote whatever the first thing was, and he says how it was no secret. He tried to send her home twice, and he feels like Hannah didn't get a chance, and she went home, and Huda had more than one chance, and blah, 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 blah. Yo, Nick is kind of two-faced. He's been doing Huda really dirty. Like, he's been doing her dirty here and there. If you pay attention, and it's kind of shady because they're supposed to be kind of tight, especially during the Jeremiah situation. They were supposed to be really good friends. You know, that's who she chose to tell that she was a mom. I'm a mommy. That shit was funny on social media. But anyway, um, you know, he's been a little two-faced with her, so screw you. Then, you know, she goes to the next postcard, and it's basically Shelly's postcard, and it's about what they talked about when Shelly went up there, the whole respect thing with Chris and da 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 da. And Shelly's like, you know, you were saying you saved Chris for me, da da da. And Huda took accountability, and she was like, you know, it was for both of us. It was for me because I was interested, and it was for you because I knew you had a little whatever. Um, but I'm here to explore. Like, what the fuck? And she said that she's like, I even tell Chris all the time to explore with Shelly, and she asked Chris there in front of everybody, and Chris agreed. Like, yeah, she's always telling me to go explore Shelly. So again, Shelly couldn't really say nothing because she felt no. And then Alandria jumps in like, well, did you just, you know, y'all kissed in the speakeasy yesterday? So that brought up a whole shitstorm, and Huda's like, that's for me to tell, not for you to tell. Like, I was gonna tell her when I was gonna tell her, but that had nothing to do with you. Alandria was kind of an asshole for that because she didn't really need to say that. She should mind her own business and worry about who don't like her and find someone who does. So then Chris goes up there. He stands on business with Huda and says, you know, I'm focusing on Huda and whatever the case may be. And Ciara's like, well, you need to say it more. You need to. He don't need to do shit. He don't need to say nothing. Whatever he has with Huda and what they agree on, whatever they have, whatever, that got nothing to do with anybody. They don't have to say nothing to nobody. They just got to worry about their little connection or non-connection. The fuck you mean? You need to say it more. What? Mind your damn business and worry about your little Nicky Poo. So then Taylor goes up there and he got a stack of mail. It seemed like everybody wrote him a card. It doesn't seem like he read all of them though. That's how you know, editing. I guess they got to pick the best, the juiciest parts. Anyway, so he's like reading or whatever, and apparently someone said something about the whole Clark and Alandria, and he was like, Clark make me feel like a little kid, and Alandria was like, how old are you? And he's like 25. Like, but my thing is, why you mad? Why you mad? Who cares? If she makes him feel like a kid and makes him feel young again, that's a good thing for people. You know what I mean? That to me translate to I don't feel pressured. I feel carefree. I feel happy. You know what I mean? In my element with this person, I could be myself, like a child. Like, what the yo? Alandria is crazy. Then Alandria goes into a whole spiel about, you know, I did all this shit to reassure you every damn day while Jalen was here, and you did nothing for me. And I took stuff on the chin, and Casa Amor, and it just takes 3 days for you to be with someone, and you just up and leave like that. Yes, yeah, uh-huh. Who gives a shit if it took 2 days? The point is, he left. You said it. It took him 3 days to leave. Keyword is leave. Like, really, is it registering? Is it registering? Leave? He left, right? Okay, so why are you not understanding that he left? I don't give a damn if it took him 2 hours. Is it fucked up? Maybe. But he left and he chose someone. He risked you going home. That says everything to me. That says you're not into me. So I'm so confused as to why Alandria doesn't get it. Oh my gosh, she's stressing me out. And I'm glad Taylor finally stood up a little bit and he was like, I'm here to make a connection. I'm not here to save you. Oh, yes, Taylor. Yes, it's about time. Because I don't know how much more, Alandria needs. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, he literally said, I choose Clark on a card. If that doesn't tell you that he doesn't want you, I don't know what else can he say. And now he's saying, I'm here for a connection. I'm not here to save you. What more do you need, Alandria? Like, please, move on. You're looking very crazy right now. And then so another card comes up and it says something like choose or whatever. And he's like, you want me to choose? You want me to choose now? I choose Clark. And it ends there as if it's this big shocker. I'm just confused why everybody in the house is confused. I'm lost. Because as I've been saying, He's made it very clear that he's into Clark. I mean, for Christ's sake, he's looking like he's in love. Everybody's talking about he's so affectionate with Clark, and they're not used to that. And blah, 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 blah. He said, "I choose Clark on a card. That's it. End of story." I don't know why y'all dumb as Alandria. I hate using the word dumb and stupid and da 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 da, but yo, these people are pissing me off. And that's it. I'm done with this review. So we'll be back. I don't know if you guys are on the app, so you were able to pick for your favorite boy and girl. I picked for girl. It was between Amaya and Huda, but I picked Huda. And for guy, I picked Pepe. It is what it is. Let me know in the comments if you voted, who you picked for, and what you thought about this episode. And really, what do you think about Alandria still not being able to let Taylor go? Because I'm lost. See you tomorrow.